So let's start by looking at the many forms microlearning can take. We have animations, GIFs, nice and simple and light, interactive resources that can be configured in a variety of different ways, infographics, very visual, very succinct and powerful, simulations to where we're actually simulating the job task and giving people an opportunity to practice with good coaching and feedback. We can also, in microlearning, provide curated resources, and those curated resources can be within a portal that's carefully organized so that it really helps people get to what they need as quickly as possible. We can have broadcasts. This is especially beneficial for these microlearning bursts of sharing up-to-date information, addressing issues and concerns, new features, just a variety of ways in which that can be broadcasted and then blended with more discussion and interaction demonstration. Flipbooks, another great simple approach that allow people to access your microlearning, taking advantage of the mobile phones. So many mobile phones out there now that apps can be a good form of microlearning. Audio assets, especially where being able to listen and hear is so critical to the job performance. Quizzes are a really important area, and we'll talk more about this, but it ties into that notion of retrieval practice. How do I help strengthen my memory, refresh my memory, and maintain it over time? Quizzes play a huge factor in that approach. Ebooks, another good form. Games, and these games can be something that's very simple, kind of a one interaction type of game, and they can range right on up to something that's much more sophisticated, branched, and adaptive. But the idea behind that game, and we're all hearing about the gamify, but really I think what's critical there, we'll come back to this, is looking at the function of the microlearning and then the form that it takes. And if we're going to use those gaming principles and bring some of that competition, bring some of that excitement and an interest into our microlearning, we want to do that appropriately, not game for the sake of game, but rather really have something that adds value, that there is a good learning experience, and then they're able to take that learning and then go apply it in their performance. But just an important area, and the technology is just really allowing us to do a whole spectrum of things with regard to games. Videos, of course, YouTube comes to mind, both external and internal types of YouTube environments, but where we can capture things in video, create that kind of experience, especially where motion is involved and emotion, where we want that drama, and being able to see the interaction and the fact that we can see it and see experience or see the motion aspect of it, then video can be very powerful. Digital flashcards, again, really beneficial for that retrieval practice. Concept and process maps, really illustrating how concepts work, how process and procedures flow, but mapping those out in a visual way, and those can even be interactive. Whiteboard animations, another good form of microlearning, and blog postings to where we are able to get particularly information from subject matter experts that may or may not otherwise be available. So these are just a